What's up? Texas Shark Radio.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's show. I'll be one of your hosts, Lukey Smith.
And I'm your other host, Ty Smith. I beat Lukey to the punch this morning.
It's all right. That's all right. So, thank y'all for tuning in. Tonight's episode is presented by Texas SURFMASTERS. We're doing a giveaway tonight. Remember just to comment and be present at the end of the show. Already see somebody over on YouTube. Thanks for jumping on over there. Joey's got jokes tonight, I see. Nice jokes, Joey. I hear you. But y'all done got me off track. Other than the giveaway, tonight we got the South Beach Shark Club guys on. I don't know if y'all seen the documentary. There's a documentary going around. We'll show a teaser video of them, and then we have the director, and then one of the main guys that is in the documentary is with us tonight too as well. So they're going to talk about it and the history of it and a bunch of stuff. Of course, we'll cover catch of the week, weather, all that at the end, spin the wheel. And what else, Ty? That's about what we're going to do tonight, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, that's about it, I think. I'm excited.
All right. Well, let's get it then.
All right. Let's do it.
All right, so first things first, we always cover catch of the week first, so let's go ahead and pull catch of the week up, see who that is.
What is that?
Where's it at?
Bro.
It's on Facebook.
Well, I know it's that, but
yeah. Ty's got a lot. He's got a lot of stuff on his computer tonight. Y'all gonna have to excuse Ty. He's got a lot tonight.
Oh, look! When I click on this picture, watch what happens. What is that?
Oh Lord. It's all right. We all know who it is anyway.
Anyways, yeah, we just showed it last week. Catch of the week, Team Breakaway, Angler Dion Hunters.
Sir Joe.
Species female grade hammerhead, length 126 inches.
Dennis Jones, nice to see you, buddy.
So I'm pretty sure I know who's going to be next week's too. Just want to cover it now. He fishes like this. This is his flag. It's probably going to be next week's too. You've probably already seen it on Olding Pins page.
Got the brag flags up.
But yeah.
Damn.
That's a 12. I think it was 12-1.
That's a big, I mean, as far as the male shark goes.
Dion can correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's 12-1.
It's 12-1.
Tiger. So you're going to see Dion on Catch of the Week again next week.
Good shout out to him. Guy fishes. Golly, dude.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
It is hard to beat. Don't forget, August 31st, Dion is putting on a clinic on shark fishing. Nick Myers, Breakaway at the Breakaway store.
Jimmy, Kathy.
I'm sure you can get with Dion or you can get with Nick Meyer to get more details on that while Lukey's interrupting.
It is a nice tire. I'm just talking to everybody over here while you're talking, doing my thing. You don't worry about me.
Yeah, you know,
I'm taking care of the real people. These people over here, they're more important to me than you are.
Yes, it is. But yeah.
Let's show the giveaway. Got a picture of that giveaway, boy? I ain't got nothing together tonight.
Where's that giveaway picture at?
It's
did I post it?
Yes.
Man, if y'all wouldn't talk all the time, it'd be right up the front.
It's over there in the banners. No, it's already on there. It's from last week, bro.
Yeah, well, no, it's not.
It should be.
I don't think I edited it.
That tiger was caught South Texas somewhere. We don't spot burn too bad, but it was definitely South Texas. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, it is. It's right here.
Hey, Jay. There's a giveaway for tonight.
Yeah, there's the giveaway.
Ty knows what's all in there.
Hold on. I'll say it real fast.
Yeah, y'all wait on him some more. What's up, Arturo? Sergio, thanks for that shout out on that video. Kevin's here. Nice to see one of the Kevins show up. The real one shows up tonight.
TSM Catch and Release Sportsman Kit, TSM Shark D Hooker, TSM Brag Flag Kit, TSM Tail Rope, TSM 15-foot tape, TSM Cut Board with towel and clamp, TSM Weekender Leader Kit, and 24 Bad A Bolt Cutter, TSM stickers. That is our giveaway tonight. Woo! Thank you, Texas Surfmasters.
Be sure to comment and be here present at the end. And Ty's going to give you about 5 seconds to claim it, and he's going to spin the wheel somebody else.
Yeah. I'm still offshore, but I'm watching y'all. Daniel's
nice.
offshore. He's watching us.
What's up, Daniel? Ty's finger is fast on that wheel, so you guys be here. Claim it.
Any idea what bait caught that tiger? I'll let Dion say it. Dion wants to say it's a bait. He can say it. He probably will. Dion's
We don't give too much away. Joey, y'all ended up catching anything on Bolivar after I seen y'all the other day?
Joey never catches anything.
Let's see what he says. He was chasing jacks in the 400 yards off beach. That's Texas Surfmasters. All right, so let's jump into actually what this show's about tonight. We're going to get serious for a minute. Tonight's show is about South Beach Shark Club documentary and the history. And you guys comment over there if y'all have seen it. For you, the ones who've seen it, it should have hit home to you if you're an old school that was around this or a kid that grew up around it. You probably hit home with you. I know it did me for sure. It did Ty too, because Ty was thrown off of the pier as a kid to kayak baits too. So he kind of hit home with him too. And so when I say older guys, you don't have to be real old, because the kid walking the beach to him is a big deal for a shark fisherman. And ever since I can remember in the 80s walking the beach, there's always been shark fishermen on the beach. It's been a part of Texas culture, the fishing scene. It's just a big part of Texas. It has its own community, its own traditions, and its own history. South Beach, Florida, around Miami, or South Miami, has the same. And so it is almost perfectly in line to the history here in Texas, too, if I had to say, wouldn't you, Ty?
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's intriguing. It'll give you a little bit more hope of why you do this, I guess, and the connection to the old time when you was a kid. It definitely will bring back some nostalgic feelings that you had when you were a kid, because there's not a lot of pictures, videos, documents, and stuff like that actually takes you back. This is one of them that does. So it's called South Beach Shark Club.
Yeah. What's that?
Sorry, I got ahead of myself thinking. It's available on Prime and YouTube.
It's all right, everybody.
Yeah, my bad. So we'll let them tell you how it come about. And they're basically
we're gonna show the trailer first, though.
Yeah, we're gonna show a trailer if y'all want to see that. Thanks for helping me out there, buddy. Appreciate the help. Jesus Christ, shoot.
You fail.
Are you gonna do anything tonight?
You fail, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna show the trailer first and everything, and then we're gonna bring two of the guys on, and we're gonna just hang out. We're gonna talk, and we're gonna talk about community, and they're gonna explain to us about this documentary. So y'all hold on.
It's Rob and Shannon. So Rob's the director of the video, and then Shannon is actually a guy who lived this story, very closely lived this story. So
I was gonna let them introduce themselves, but all right.
Here's the well, I was gonna tell him who was coming up. Damn, when he does help me, he holds me out. Still taking applications.
Here we go. Here we go, guys.
This is the place right here, ground zero for the South Beach Shark Club.
Oh, South Beach. Beautiful Miami Beach.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. 80s and 90s, a lot of gangs, a lot of drugs. There's some wild stuff going on.
Now, when most people think of sharks, they automatically think of Jaws.
We caught a 20-foot great white shark that dragged down their small boat.
I got the answer!
Renee is an icon.
As a kid, we're going, man, this guy's a guy.
This guy's a badass. 95% of the people that live on Miami Beach now are transient or just showed up on Miami Beach. They have no idea what it was back then.
We thought that we actually owned that beach.
All right. Without further ado, we're going to bring on Rob and Shannon.
What's up, guys? Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate y'all taking the time out of your busy life like everybody else to do this. Me and Rob talked for a while. So, Rob, we'll let you introduce y'all who you are and, about, what's going on with you guys.
Yeah, man. Well, we have a documentary called South Beach Shark Club, it's the documentary is, I think the quintessential fishing documentary. Like, I've never seen a fishing documentary that's made like that before. That's why we made it. It's like Dogtown and Z-Boys, but with shark fishermen in Miami Beach back in the day. We wanted to like catalog like the 1970s, that whole vibe of like people hanging out on the beach, the origins of land-based shark fishing, and that whole community there in South Beach that I knew from my dad and my uncles that grew up fishing down there. Shannon's pops was a big spear fisherman down there, and a lot of the people that he grew up with and himself as well grew up down there shark fishing. So that's what the movie's about. I mean, I think anyone in the shark fishing community, I think they should watch this movie. It's like there's not really a whole lot of media out there that's like, catalogs that kind of history of shark fishing, the South Beach Shark Club. And, if you guys go out there and watch it on Prime, I think you'll really dig it. So
100%.
Yeah, I can say personally that you will dig it. It will pull on your nerve strings for sure. And I know the history of it is there in South Beach, but it is connected to, I mean, it's so in line to as it was here in Texas as well. Some of these other guys grew up with. So it didn't capture just that. It captured almost a whole essence of land-based shark fishing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us had them same experiences, and the same characters were involved in different places down the coast. I mean, in every place that it's great, has its legends, has its good and bad history, has its great places that people used to fish. The kids running around, the history is just spot on to shark fishing in general, land based.
Yeah,
certainly,
yeah, that was super cool to hear like how it resonated with you. I know there's a lot of land based fishermen in Texas, and I'm not aware of the history. I was trying to catalog, the little history that I knew that happened in Miami Beach back in the day when it was a small surf town. But yeah, that's amazing that also bleeds into all the other shark fishing communities probably everywhere else on all the little beach towns like that too, because it's quite similar. You have like those archetype characters, like the old guy in the pier, or the guy who shows everyone how it's done. Because you got to learn from someone. So like these little kids just enchanted with this guy with a big ass reel, like at the end of the pier, just like paddling out a bloody bait in the middle of the night. You're like, what the hell's going on? I want to be involved with this. Like if you have that inside of you. And so we wanted to capture some of that and what that really means. And it's not necessarily easy to do that through a movie either too. So like make a movie about golfing because you made fishing interesting. Like they weren't like a big fish.
Yeah,
right.
We don't stop Kanye West, Taylor Swift following.
Yeah, Miami's more than just. That's another point too. Like Miami, we wanted to show that Miami's more than just like the glitz and glam, like kind of like MTV shit that people know. Like we're Miami locals. We're both Miami Beach locals, and that's the culture that we know.
Yeah. So there's a spin on it even deeper than the land-based shark fishing side of it, which touches on gentrification. So I don't know how it is in Texas, but from the cities I know of, like Austin or some sleeper towns that have just become like, what the hell is this now for you guys?
Sure.
Like you're talking about you guys back home in Texas, you hear South Beach and you're thinking Paris Hilton, you're thinking Range Rovers, nightclubs,
rock star lifestyle, so to speak.
Yeah. But nobody knows like until they watch our movie, like, holy shit, that shit was a hood. Oh my God. Like these had to like we literally had to have pocket knives and fight to save our rods. Like it was wild as hell, like nobody would know unless he told the story,
True. Absolutely, 100%.
A little bit further, and I know Texas is, has their own, grit. Like I love a lot of Texas shark fishermen. I know there's
that's a good term, grit.
There's that Texas Florida, beef and battle.
I talk crap about Florida guys all the time.
I don't give a shit. I'm old school. I don't get involved. I know Travis. There's so many guys that I've befriended over the years that I just, I judge people by their character. I don't judge people by, rumors or, oh, Texas shark fishermen, they kill everything. Like, shit, I used to kill everything because I had to. I used to have to get it in the mud. I used to have to sell sharks. We used to have to, true story for your podcast. This is a good one. I used to have to go when I was 17 around my mom and dad died, right? That's not in the movie. But my mom and dad died, and basically I was homeless. So now, like when mom and dad, when you need toothpaste, it's just a given. Like, yo, where's the toothpaste? We're out of toothpaste. But when you're alone and you're an adult, toothpaste, socks, all the little small essentials, you got to start providing for this shit. What are you going to do? You're going to high school, you better make some money. So I knew from Renee to sell sharks, catch sharks on South Beach, right? And here in Miami, we have these little carts. We call them the abuela carts, which in Texas would be like, Nana's cart, where she gets all her groceries and walks it from the house back to the grocery store back to the house. Right. So Nana has her grocery cart. I assume it resonates with you guys, but Abuela's cart, we'd have Abuela's cart, and I'd go kill a bull shark, an 8-foot bull shark, plug it, boom, cut its head off, put it in black bags, and the place that we had to sell it was in Watson Island. We had to take a metro bus, right? I'm talking 17 years old. You see a corpse, a plug of a shark looks like a corpse. We get on the metro bus, we put our fare. The shit is packed because it's Miami, packed with every race, every creed. Everybody's just looking at this black bag, corpse-looking shit. When the bus driver will hit a bump, we'll tip over, and all the blood starts seeping out, and everybody will be like, oh my god! And here we are, we're just trying to make $100. You know what I'm saying? Selling
that's real life shit, man. Oh, that's funny.
Shit, real out here, man. Like
it's hard to to touch. I heard so many stories like this over the years, and it's hard to touch on it all in a movie. And how do you even put that in a movie? So that was even the big challenge.
We gotta do 2.0 with Texas, baby.
Yeah, we can go to
Texas. Got some gangsters. I love it.
Yeah, there's some OG legends that are dead and still alive.
Sure. I love Texas.
And that's what I was saying earlier. It's like the history is here too. I think that's why it resonated. Well, it is. That's why it's resonated with me so much.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Who's the? I really should have taken footnotes, but I was like running into this podcast with you guys, and next one I'll take more footnotes. But I know Fandora, he has it presented. Arturo knows. He has it presented in his old website, South Florida Shark Club. But there were some OGs catching 14-foot hammers in Texas waters. What are their names? So you guys bring me back up to speed.
Well, there's several of them.
60s or 70s.
Oh, 60s or 70s?
It would be actually hard for me to pin down. I know who would know, though. Carol Cox would know for sure. Some of the old OGs. She would know those. Glenn Dickerson, he's here. Glenn Zeno's here. He may
I'm about to call.
I got a couple of names.
No, okay. But anyways, I mean, my honest opinion, I'm gonna take the mic for a little bit. It's cool what it's become. Everybody's doing it now. We got drones and we got 2-speed reels.
Billy Sandifire is a name.
Well, always.
Santos Ramirez is another name that come up.
No, we're talking.
This guy sounds familiar. Billy?
No, Arturo put hammer. I'm talking Texas. Arturo, who are those old Texans that I believe?
Nick Mayer, Billy Sandy. This guy looks familiar.
They caught 14-foot hammers from your beaches. That they're.
Well, there was guys like back in the day. It was like
but nowadays it's. Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even shark fish as much as I used to. I still I coach football, so I'll take my kids out to the beach and shark fish. So all these kids, for them, it's a first time thing. You're talking inner city kids, 50 kids reeling in a shark, even if it's a 9-foot bull or 8-foot bull. It's like the time of their life. But what really resonates for me is and the difference from today and in the past is any off the porch now can buy a drone and a 2-speed reel, a 130, and go catch a 12, 13-foot shark. But man, touching on like our film and you guys, old school sharkers, like those dudes, like really painted the way. You know, like using a senator, swimming out of bait, barehanded or on a boogie board, on a surfboard. That was, you know, I don't know. It's just I see so many big sharks being caught now, and I'm just not as impressed. But I'm glad it's still going on, as I mentioned in our film, and I'm glad, you know, the sport has gotten as big as it is. But we definitely got to pay homage to the originals, because that's when it was hard.
And keep that legacy going too. You know, I think you talked about that earlier. There's, you know, there's some guys that haven't even started shark fishing yet that they're going to need some base as to what they're doing. And that film really, you know, to somebody who hasn't started shark fishing yet, if they was to watch that film and don't get fired up, they're not about it. You know what I'm saying?
They'll start after they watch it though. They'll catch that hype.
For sure.
That bitter pattern in their heart, like, man, I want to do that.
Like Luke was telling me, you know, like, yeah, I mean, you know, sometimes, and you've told me this before, and other guys who shark fish, like, you know, sometimes you have a bad day out there, or like it's just, you know, it's a real production, the shark fish, man. Like, you know, got to get all the gear together sometimes, especially if you do. I mean, like you're telling me you did it solo, like.
Oh, you're talking about the episode, you know, he had?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, you know, like
I've had those, Lukey. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah,
it happens, bro.
I can't forget this.
Oh, the old school cats too, like Willie also too,
For
saying
sure.
like, "Hey, man, I don't know why I'm even doing this still, but you know, something like to hear that like the movie like revitalized that in you. Like, I mean, and I made the movie. You know, I watched it like 3,000 times. So it gave me goosebumps, man. I was like, man, I want to go out fishing right now. And like that's the whole point of the film, you know, like it gets you hyped up. It's a hype film for shark fishermen. For sure.
Oh, for sure. It'll take you back to it'll give you that nostalgic, you know, that take you back to the 80s, walking with your 808 and walking up on the guys that are shark fishing with the big senators and stuff. And you just start watching, and that film captures that. And if you did that when you were a kid, it will definitely take you right back to your childhood.
100%, man. And you know what? Not that I envy it, man, but I love what you guys have that we don't have over here. And I love that you guys are that outlaw state to where, man, you drive your trucks out there and the whole family could just chill out. You know, if I'm not mistaken, you guys trucks out on Set Beach and do your thing with your platforms on top of the trucks. And nobody messes with you guys. Am I right?
Not really. You will get some flack for killing every once in a while, but like 99% of the people, when you catch a shark, they're like this, you know, they're so intrigued. And we just let the kids come up and, you know, we kind of guard the head and the kids will touch them and, you know, kind of interact with them. And then we've even took giant group pictures with people, you know, the whole crowd there, you know.
That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is as like a judicial statewide thing to where Florida, us, we have such a strong wave of gentrification going on, a strong wave of money flowing in that, like our movie, again, guys, watch the movie. Anybody that's just tuning in now, I'm Seaweed. I know I'm not as active as I need to be. Podcasts like you guys is going to get me back out here and, you know, get me back live again. But check out my YouTube, Sharking with Seaweed. But touching on that, the wave of gentrification that we have in Florida, it's basically we're basically can hold in our palm of our hand how many beaches we have left.
Right.
And we're almost we're running out of time. Sure. We're running out of space and we're running out of places.
Legislation too, all of that. But like basically, look, Shannon is the kind of guy that, like, I mean, we had an article written on the movie from like an art magazine like a couple months ago. And I talked to Shannon because they wanted to go out fishing. It was a friend of mine from film school. And like Shannon, like somehow found like a place on Miami Beach. You're not really allowed to fish there anymore. Like in all the spots we talk about out in the movie really at all. But Shan is, you know,
yeah, we get it done, baby.
He just goes rogue a lot, and like
Yeah,
he'll find a spot where there's like construction on Collins Avenue, which is right on the beach or something, or he'll find like a place that's nestled right between like two like lifeguard stands or like something, like somewhere where no one's gonna bother anyone, because that's basically all they're looking for. All you're looking for as a fisherman is like, yeah, man, you need, you know, the time and the space to like fish that area. Miami Beach is, you know, gone to the tourists. The locals have been kind of kicked out and pushed out of the way, especially when it comes to fishing. So like our movie's also like, yeah, man, kind of a warning also to people who.
Yeah, you guys.
know.
So back to you guys. I'm sorry, I got off topic for a second. I commend you guys. I love what you guys have, man. Like, if I could load up 12 trucks with those goddamn badass platforms. You guys have,
it does make it easy here. We have an act that's called the Texas Open Beach Act, and it protects basically 427 miles of beach. Now there are some places that are privately closed that they have legislated to close small sections, but we probably still have over 300 miles of beach to fish and drive on. We can drive on.
There you go. So what I will add to that is, man, I don't know why I haven't been out there to join Arturo and you guys yet. I want to.
Let's go.
But I will say this.
Good.
I will say this. Protect that shit. Because, man, we never thought what happened to us was going to happen.
Right.
Again, I'm not trying to promote our movie. You know, watch it if you want to. If it's for you, watch it. If it's not for you, don't watch it. But it touches on it in the movie. Like, we all were just growing up in the hood. Like, for us, it was the hood. Where I grew up, where I was born, was Section 8 housing. You know, it's like, you know, the jug will never end. We're going to be here doing what we want forever. And that's not how it works. You know,
not how it works. Yeah, right.
Like, you know, cruise ship, you know, whatever, run of the mill, Miami Beach kind of thing. And back in the day, you know, the locals own the beach, and you hear these kind of stories, especially you know, as cities grow.
But we definitely didn't help the matter. Like, we did a lot of dumb shit ourselves. Like, I can't tell you how many shark heads I would hang around places and leave sharks hanging and in my teacher's backyard, and
it was a different time.
We definitely messed it up for ourselves too. You know, I got bit on South Beach. Renee got bit on South Beach, and instead of being quiet about it, Renee taught me, call the news. We got bit. You know, let's make this shit big. You know, like, you know, that same beach where we're like, on the news, they put fucking 12 buoys all in our drops, you know, like, and we're here like, oh, fuck, we fucked up.
Man, we did that. Yeah. You know, here in Texas, there's some pretty good rules that guys, you know, a lot of them are what I call Facebook fishermen. You have that group of Facebook fishermen, but we do have enough people here that are fighting to not have our fishery butchered. Nick Myers is a great example of that. He's fought tooth and nail.
He's the man.
Yeah, he's fought tooth and nail with the turtle people and works with them closely to keep our beaches open, even though they may have good cause to get 60 miles of beach shut down for turtle nesting. He works with them to keep it open for us. So we do have legislative problems just like everybody else, but luckily, like you said, Texas is the last free stand, and we have laws that protect that for us. They totally butchered y'all's fishery.
I love that you guys have a brazen way of controlling what's yours. You know what I mean? We won't get political at all. But
no, we don't have to get political, but there is a political side of shark fishing.
And Texas up, baby. Hook 'em horns.
I think the fishery down here in South Florida and in Miami is like really strong though. Actually, man, there seems to be a lot of it.
Fishery?
Shout out to Chris DeLisi also, who put us on.
Yeah, that's my buddy. Thanks, Chris. You're the man, bro.
Chris is who made all this possible. He's the one who connected the dots.
And Chris
big shout out to Chris.
Chris is catching some huge fish, man.
All these guys catch bigger sharks than me now.
In Central Florida.
I'm a winner now, man. You guys took the throne. I'm just going for football now, man.
Yeah, man. Chris sharks out there reported. Like, and most of the reality for Miami Beach or Miami,
Use the bathroom?
yeah, you can use the bathroom.
I'll be back.
Is that like
Yeah, take your
you're not
time,
allowed?
bro.
You're not allowed to fish there. You know.
In Miami, you can't use the bathroom.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine not being allowed to just go fish a beach.
You guys are going to have to set some time up to come up here. We got enough guys in the crew here that we can definitely set up a good shark fishing expedition for you guys.
Yeah,
Let you
that would be
experience
awesome.
it. Texas has got a lot of beach. There's a guy in
Chris
here.
is supposed to come down here anyways. Chris Delicious is
Supposed to.
I heard some
That's awesome.
rumors.
I'd love to go out there, man. I'd love to get Shan out there too, man.
Yeah, it's free here, man. Nobody messes with you when you're fishing on the beach.
Yeah, we'll have to go do pins and just camp out for a week.
Yeah.
There's people in Texas that come to the beach on the weekend just to watch people fish. Like literally just to watch people fish.
I mean, even while we were shooting this documentary, like, you know, like we got into arguments with people. It was always a sketchy thing. Like, you know, like, I mean, I'm a fisherman. I've been fishing my whole life. I worked as a captain. I worked on charter boats and stuff. But like making this movie, you know, I'm recruiting like people from film school to come out and like, hey, try to understand this world that they have no idea about. So like, I'm bringing them out to a beach with like, you know, like a bunch of psychos like Shannon with like a big truck, like, you know, a bunch of dead fish, a bunch of gear, kayaks and stuff, and like going to a beach behind like $1 million apartment where they don't want us there, but we're still allowed to fish there because we're right there at like a high tide water line in Singer Island or something, trying to catch a huge hammer.
I love it.
And like, it was just like, dude, the whole experience, who had no idea about this world into it, to like pursue making this documentary. I mean, yeah, it was like super unique and very cool too. But like, that's the kind of shit we had to go through. It wasn't that easy, you know. We slept on the bridge for 2 or 3 days. Like, you know, I'm asking a lot for people.
Weather really hurts documentaries.
To make things. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
weather, yeah.
Making a movie, like, who's gonna, like, a filmmaker who doesn't care about shark fishing or fishing, what are they gonna care? Like, I tell them, I'm trying to recruit them to come on a bridge for 3 days and sit there, you know, like, and like hang out.
That goes back to what Shannon said. You got to have that grit. You got to have that special kind of upbringing, gritty.
Absolutely.
Even to try to even say, hey, I want to go experience this. If you're even going to go with some guys to experience, you better leave your purse at home when you go, basically.
Yeah, even if you see the movie too, like we caught a couple sharks and then we didn't catch anything, or like we didn't get any big sharks on camera.
The perfect,
you know, like
weather days were like days where the fishing sucked every time.
It was really difficult to make the movie, man. We had no budget. I'm paying like legitimate people that, you know, that are friends of mine coming in for like a good price, like a friend price, to come out for like, well, way longer than the average person would actually shoot on something. And then like, you're going to bring a camera out on the sand. Like, you're going to be there for 2 or 3 days. Forget it. Like, you know, there was a lot of difficulty like trying to like we had to become like a shark fisherman to make the movie.
Sure.
That's cool, but you know, because I grew up doing that stuff. But for like these other guys, it was like, you know, people were dropping like flies to make the film.
It's rough on them. Yeah, no, I totally understand. Yeah, for sure, it is rough. It's rough just to do it. If you love to do it, it's rough to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think
can
that's
be
part
for
of that.
sure.
Yeah, it can be for sure. I've been fishing all my life. I've been fishing all my life. I've been shark fishing on my own with my own rack and stuff now for 15 years.
Okay, well, you got plenty. You have plenty of time. For anybody who's new out there, I'll give you one piece of advice that's helped me. Before, it was so much about being number one and catching the biggest shark and winning all these tournaments, like the Black Tip H tournaments and all of this. That I'll tell you, it'll take away from the fun. So if you can make it as light as possible, and this is something a lot of you guys know who Hammer is from the movie, and just in general, Hammer's known worldwide. When you're like, man, I gotta bring my cart with all this fucking gear and all this shit, that shit starts becoming not fun. Sure. If you could do it light and do it more often, like I got one, you guys drone. I got one drone, one kayak, one bait. I could walk out with my wife and my 2 kids, and it's very light. It's just so much more enjoyable. But when you're lugging shit out to the beach and you had to spend $400 and pull all these strings,
sure.
When it's heavy, you know, it almost takes away from the spiritual side of the sport, you know, where you're not just doing it freely anymore. It's almost like you're a commercial shark fisherman. Like if you spend and another $500 in bait and preparation and all this gear and all this to set up, it becomes so heavy. It's almost like you're losing the soul side of the whole thing. And that's some of the stuff that made me lose my luster for land-based shark fishing at times. And that's just something I wanted to share for anybody who's new to it. Keep the shit light.
That's part of the appeal of it for me, honestly. It like, cause I just like hanging out on the beach with my friends or my family, and doing something like that. Like this doesn't have to be all that pressure on it. I guess, you know, I'm not so into the shark fishing community like that. I'm just a casual fisherman. I used to fish for a living on boats, but like for like anything like off, like for shark fishing, to me is like just letting a bait like soak and sit it out there and whatever, and you wait around and talk shit. And that's like that was the initial like appeal of the whole movie to me. It's like that, like, you know, it's just a hang. Like back in the day, you know, start a little fire, hang out, tell stories of old catches, of the fish you lost, and things like that. And we wanted to capture some of that too. And yeah, I think that obviously if you watch the movie, we're making this comparison between like a guy who's hyper obsessed and crazy about it, and another lax about it. He's a soul fisherman in the way that you say, like, he's a soul surfer. He's not catching every wave. He's out there just hanging out, like, you know, being.
If it happens, it happens. You know.
Yeah, he's just taking in the environment.
If that 14-footer hits, is on. But if it's a black tip, it's all good, baby.
Yeah, staring at the stars, hanging out,
sure.
listening to the waves, you know.
Yeah, it's about being in your element. You feel comfortable in your element, you know.
Sorry. We've been hogging the mic.
No, it's all good. I said, you feel comfortable in your element, you know, when you're out there. Sure.
One
but
other
speaking of, no, go ahead.
Tournaments will mess some stuff up for you, man.
We know.
Guys we
all know. Everybody in Texas as knows that, but there's a lot of tournaments here. There's probably now there's about 7.
The competitive side of it is, but it'll mess it up for yourself, your wife, your kids. Depending, you know, some kids are just alpha snappy, like, yo, dad, like, we gotta win this shit. But you know, again, it takes away from the beautiful side of it, to where you take one rod, one bait, and it's a full moon, and there's no pressure. It's just, hey, we're hanging. You know, hey, let's have a bottle of wine and chill and fish. And opposed to, like, I used to drive myself crazy trying to win the black tip H tournaments or the big hammer challenge.
It's still fun though. I mean, it's just like anything competitive. Like, you know, people start fun. Playing basketball or football because they love it, and then they end up like, you know, it's like any sport or anything too.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying it'll burn you out for sure.
It sure will. No, you're telling the truth on that. It will burn you out. Like this weekend when I went, I had my, you know, I have a big rack and stuff, but I literally grabbed 2 30 wides, a couple of rod holders, cooler full of some Dr. Peppers and water, my kayak, and I just went, like, just, you know, I didn't load my rack. I didn't even take no bait. I carried some fish bites that caught me a hardhead. Like, that's what I use for bait. You know, and that's why I did that. I mean, that's funny that you said that, but I just did that this weekend, and everybody that's out there, you know, take the advantage and do that one time. Leave half of your stuff at home, and you'll have a whole lot better time.
That's definitely needs to be on the subject. Like, I don't want to say his name, but I'm not gonna say his name. But bro, some people I would shark fish with, they'd bring so much shit. By the time we'd set up, I'm like, man, I don't want to fish no more, bro. I'm good.
Oh, we we've had people that's done it with us too. They come fishing with us and like they don't come back. So it's like, oh hell no, dude.
I need to have a beer and walk the beach, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, for sure.
Straight.
But speaking of personalities, that the movie has a lot to do with the Renee guy, and that old school gritty. I guess that's where a lot of the grittiness in the movies comes from. It's from them old school guys, Shannon, I know you kind of grew up around that guy, so you kind of lived that ego. I mean, he had a big, huge ego, and this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. He still took the new guys in and used them and taught them, and it goes back to sometimes today we see the opposite happening in the day. Some of these guys get their ego and they don't want to teach nobody. They talk a lot of smack. But even with the ego that Renee had, it still seemed that he was a teacher in some kind of, in his own way, I guess.
So there's a character twist there. I think you're confusing Hammer and Renee.
No. He's talking
about Renee with his goons or whatever they called him.
So to be real straight off the hip, Renee, so basically we grew up in a community where when I was born, Renee was at the hospital with my mom and dad in the project. So I was almost like his nephew. I was like one of the few people that he would actually allow to learn the stuff, put out a bait. Renee was not like that. Renee
was like that, but only with a select few.
Like I'm talking maybe 2 or 3 kids, young kids.
My uncle says it, and he's like, and it's in a little bit of an exaggeration, as fish stories often are. He's like 100 people will be lined up to go in the van.
To go in the van to fish with Renee.
But but it is true though. Like for sure, like 20, 30 people thought he'll take the 2 prospects, but he did. But what Lukey's saying is correct though. He did take people under his wing, but like someone like
hand it
Evan,
down. You know what I mean?
Took over. What is
that? He dragged us through some shit. Like, to be honest,
I told the story about it. He'll tell you the truth.
The real truth is you were at his beck and call, but he loved you, and you enjoyed the ride with his ego. So if you could temper your ego to ride his wave and be a part of it, you'll learn a lot. But you definitely weren't going to take his picture.
How many stories do you have about like a boat sinking or like jumping in the water after a rod or anything?
So basically, I tell my kids now, like my mom was a hippie free spirit from the original Woodstock, blonde dreads, a complete nutcase, free diver, just crazy like me. So that's the only way a child is allowed to go with a person like Renee. And to touch on what you're saying, like it really wasn't a matter. So I would catch a giant shark bait, right? 40-pound barracuda. We're in the Keys, and now I'm 14 and I'm ready to have my limelight. I'm like, yo, I'm ready, baby. Let's go. I'm putting on my Cuda head because I caught it. Hey, slow down there, whippersnapper. You get this nice medium chunk. I'm putting out your Cuda head. So that's the real truth about Renee.
You're not gonna catch no bigger fish than him, huh?
Hey, hell no. No, not even the kids. Yeah. But Hammer, on the other hand, I think the plot twist you're trying to get. Hammer was who never cared about limelight. It was in the movie I speak about.
I don't know what happened.
You're still here.
You're still there.
You're still good.
I don't know. All right, go ahead.
No. What do we got to do?
I don't know.
I speak about it in the movie. Hammer, one of my first times fishing with him, I think I'm like 9 years old or 10 years old. And in Texas, I think it's different. You guys have wooden piers. In the Florida Keys down here, it's concrete pilings and piers. So it's really easy to lose your fish, really easy to ruin your gear, scratch your rods. And I'll never forget the way I knew that he was different from Renee was he was like, hey, kid, come with me. You're going to catch a big barracuda. I hadn't caught a big barracuda yet. And he had a long bridge rod. These bridge rods are called back here, West Palm Beach rod, and it was his best rod. And he's helping me walk a live bait fish, what we call walk up bait fish. You hook it on the top of the head with a wire, and you keep it on top in the current, and you walk from piling to piling in the Florida Keys, and the barracudas just attack. So a barracuda hits it like a 30-pound barracuda, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna help me because I can't even reach over this bridge. And he's basically like, no, go. And I'm like, what, go help me. And I'm like this, rubbing it. I'm sorry, you can't see. But if this is the pier, this is rod, me, no, nothing. Rubbing it up and down, back and forth, basically all the way into his thread. And I'm like, man, I caught it. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy's gonna kill me. I ruined his rod. And he's more happy than me. He's like, you did it, you caught your big cooler. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah.
He seems like a real genuine person.
So to touch on, when had it all, had the throne, had the knowledge, and didn't mind sharing it, it was actually Hammer. Renee, you just
Hammer
learned
taught
it.
Renee, right?
Hammer taught Renee.
Yeah.
Renee, you kind of picked up bits and pieces of just being with him and along with the ride. But there was no, hey, here you go.
I think we, with the whole story, we want it to be like really fair and kind to everyone, like really touch upon like, every little piece of the personality, but like keep it like somewhat base level. Like, and what you could see is that, Hammer taught Renee, and then Renee taught a bunch of kids, and then you have Shannon, who's the next generation, and Shannon is like both a disciple of Renee and Hammer, but in his life now, like he decides to be more like Hammer than Renee. Renee's a story of self-destruction. He put people's, like, I'm not saying like
yeah, like we wanted to be there.
Yeah, of course.
But we almost died a lot.
That's something that every fisherman, or especially fisherman, goes through. Like they want to go in like what you're talking about, like how Renee did, but it's just not sustainable. You know what I mean? So Hammer's a guy who's fishing well into his 70s now, like still hanging out on the bridge, fishing, and like because he has this mentality that's different. And Renee unfortunately passed, but likely because of how obsessed he was with shark fishing. He was balls to the walls, completely obsessed with it. Yeah. So much so that he flipped the boat in the Bahamas when he caught that great white in the early 90s, and like put other people's lives in danger. Hey, let's cut the line. No, I'm not cutting the line. This is the fish of my life. That's the kind of stuff that he would be involved in.
That comes first above all.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Negative about it. I mean, that guy was super passionate, and like to me,
I love Renee.
Obviously, a legend, man. And like in it, like to me, like I'm obsessed with Renee's obsession, because how can anyone be that obsessed with anything?
Yeah.
And like it's something like shark fishing that gets people that obsessed too. That's really interesting to me as a filmmaker and as a fisherman, or just as a person. That's like wild.
For sure.
We've had about 20 people jump on since we started talking. So for you new guys, new people who's jumped on, if you haven't figured out, this is Rob and Shannon from the film South Beach Shark Club. It's a documentary that's out. That's what we're talking about. So
about our sport,
about the sport, and go over there and check it out. For everybody who's been here and just jumped on, you definitely need to watch. If you're interested in land-based shark fishing, you definitely need to watch this documentary. So
100%.
Just to update the guys who just jumped on.
Oh, thank you guys. It's a nice showing, man.
Yeah,
we're enjoying it.
South Beach Shark Club is streaming on Amazon right now, Amazon Prime. It's the best way to watch it, on Amazon Prime, or you could also buy the movie if you want to support too. Everything helps. If you write reviews or rate it on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes, Amazon, that helps the movie a lot. We didn't make this movie just for shark fishermen, but I could say it's the quintessential shark fishing movie.
If you watch Jaws, you gotta watch South Beach Shark Club. Straight up.
Straight up, it's like a real life.
Because it's basically like the real live Jaws. Like y'all lived it.
I like, if it was a Texas film, I'd be watching it on replay.
They want to know, do you free dive for baits?
Of course, yeah, man. Free dive for baits.
Shannon's dad was the best diver in South Beach. his claim to fame.
Yeah.
Shannon learned shark fishing from Renee, who was friends with his dad.
So my father basically was homeless in Miami Beach in the 1970s, and met my mom, another free spirit hippie. This comes out in the movie, and the only way that he started making money was poaching for lobsters. And I don't know if you guys don't have snooks back over there, but poaching snooks, lobsters, and groupers out of government cut to pay our bills. And he and Renee saw this talent and was like, this dude is gonna get all my shark bait. Like this dude's spear back then, and he speared tarpons, you know, like, yo, go kill me 250-pound tarpons. Seaweed's the man, you know, because my dad was fearless. My dad would go. So in the Keys, there's this bridge called Bay Honda,
which means translates in Spanish to deep bay.
Deep bay.
So it's like a 45-foot, 50-foot bridge.
What's the name of the historical hammer down in Texas? Does it have a big mo or a name? You guys have any folktale like that over there about a lore or the giant shark that's around your waters or has been around there?
That would be the Bob Hall area. I mean, there were some giant
Bob Hall.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I was missing.
Yeah.
But there's no folktale
giant sharks. You know,
it's Big Mo, it's Hitler.
So over
Tampa,
here in Tampa, it's Hitler.
Yeah.
In the Keys, it was Big Mo, and it was supposedly an 18-foot, 2,000-pound hammerhead that flats fishermen would catch a 150-pound tarpon, and the thing would almost flip over their flats boat from hitting it with their tails. And this thing really existed. It was really a ginormous hammer, maybe multiple. And my dad was just a crazy, wired, crazy, who Renee was like, Seaweed, we're going to hunt Big Mo at Bay Honda. Every day, you don't have money, I'm going to make food and burgers. And every day, you're going to go dive for tarpons for me. So my dad would be spearing tarpons with bull sharks and
off the bridge,
off the bridge in the middle of nowhere, and he speared tarpon and hand it to Renee. Renee right away would put 3 hooks in its bottom lip and walk it around like it was alive. This is how serious it was, you know. So that's about free diving. So yeah, we definitely free dive for our own bait.
It must be nice to have the water to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Clear water. It must be nice to have that kind of water.
Yeah, it's different over there for sure.
Because when we get clear water here, especially on the upper coast of Texas, you can't hardly catch a shark for nothing. They don't like it. They like that murky, muddy water. I guess that's what they're used to here. That's what they like to hunt in.
For sure.
Oh, they can see all the people.
Big Mo. Someone wrote Big Mo.
Yeah, Big Mo, and there was another one they called it Gaylord.
I see that.
Yeah.
So
me and Ty, we're up.
That's a weird one.
So me and Ty, we're from upper coast, up on Texas, on the upper coast. Now, South Texas and lower, they have a more of a history of shark fishing than the upper coast, because they're real close to Mexico, so there's big sharks there. But they have more of a history of a long, drawn out, big community from the old days down in South Texas, which is, I don't know, 6 or 7 hours for me and Ty, 4 to 7 hours to that area of the beach. So
3.5. Yeah.
3, well, not all the way, not all the way. You're 8 hours from Matamoros, I think. So
yeah,
there's 400 and something miles of beach in Texas.
We broke up a little bit there.
I'd say like the big history here in Texas would be Bob Hall.
Bob Hall. That's where that's where a lot of it originated from.
Yeah.
Mike says he has 76 names entered.
Oh wow.
Bobby Hall, I'll call you after the show. I seen where you wanted me to holler at you. Maybe you found my drone.
Mm-hmm. Probably didn't find your drone.
Probably not. But yeah, man. I know we're gonna post links for y'all's show and everything, and kind of the stuff that touched on tonight is just basically just a scratch on the whole surface of the movie. It covers so much more than we could cover. I mean, I know it's an hour and 45-minute long documentary, but we could sit here and talk about it for 3 or 4 hours, and I don't think we could cover the whole documentary about everything.
I mean, I can tell you this much. I can tell you this much about it. I mean, it's like there's a real life Jaws story in it that is like
that's going to be part 2.
Well, that
maybe part 3.
That could be a movie in itself. You know,
no, for sure.
The first half of the movie is a lot of history of Miami Beach and kind of like in the style of Dogtown and Z-Boys and like the fishing community in Miami Beach that came out of the surfing beach community. It was all one. Like, all these people were hanging out on the beach. And the last chapter is really about the legacy of the mentor and like how Shannon takes all these kids fishing nowadays and how Shannon was one of those kids that Hammer took fishing back in the day and how that also saved him from maybe going down the wrong path and how fishing does save a lot of people from
a lot of kids, man.
It teaches you discipline, patience. I mean, so much camaraderie. I mean, almost any great lesson that I learned in my life was from fishing. So me making a movie was to give back and to show, that on the big screen. It's the first feature film I ever made. I'm a writer, director. I didn't even want to make documentaries, but I felt the need to take 6 years of my life to make this movie so I can express like how much that means to me. And Shannon was along for the ride. Willie Fendora was along for the ride. My uncles, all these old school cats that, all the stories would have disappeared, and we got to immortalize it in this amazing documentary. It's about Shannon's life and about Renee and Hammer's life, and also just the general, like what shark fishing does for the youth and what it does for all of us and why people still do it. So,
can I add something? I think, but my fascination with what you guys have over there and your layout. Hold on real quick. This is a toast to Lukey and Ty Smith and all my Texas guys. Yo, we shoot tequila here in Miami, baby.
Cheers.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, I think, the sky's the limit. It's definitely not easy, as he'll attest to it. But I think there's a story and a chapter in this thing that definitely needs to be told down by you guys. And I'm itching to travel, man. I think your side of the story definitely needs to be told, just even without touching on the past, just on the way you guys, like, again, your layout, it's second to none. Like, our layout is so Mickey Mouse, basically we're a rod and a rod holder and a holder to sit on. You guys, you have the towers, you have the trucks, you guys have tournaments, the Sharkathon. There's a big story to be told, and maybe it's already being told, but if it isn't, I would love to, come out there.
It's only told around stories at a campfire. We had Mike Goins on. He's a great historian of this sport.
I like Mike.
And he talked for hours on, he talked for a full hour on just the history and old school stuff. So yeah, there is a story to be told here as well. And if you guys want to come fishing, there's enough guys watching right now. We can set y'all up on 3 or 4 different beaches and be very successful. And you can get the full gist of Texas. And we say it here too. Carlos has said this before. Texas is the last stand for land-based shark fishing.
Yeah.
We're still unregulated,
Yeah, like I told you earlier before you said that, you guys, can I curse on here? You guys have the balls that a lot of people don't have. Like, some dudes are just they're soft and they fold, but Texas is not soft, baby.
Well, Texas and Florida, basically, but Miami Beach.
But Texas definitely. Just on judicial stuff like laws, like
that's correct.
You're not passing no law. You're not sliding no law by on
That's
Texas.
correct. That's correct.
And you guys stay strong, and we appreciate you guys. And like I said, there's a big story to be said about your neck of the woods, and I'd love to finally get out there. I've been promising a doodle for a while. Are you guys friendly with Travis?
Sure.
Oh
yeah.
Travis is my boy, man. In real estate.
Talking about
fishing.
Travis Spencer, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That's
Travis
the only
Spencer,
one.
yeah. We know him well. He may even be watching. He's usually commenting and
Oh.
talking crap over here on the feed. But yeah, he's here usually every week. Yeah, we know him well.
He's
Yeah,
I know it's positive. Travis wouldn't say anything negative about us.
Not at all.
But
Not
yeah,
at
man.
all.
Besides all of that, guys, I've been inactive. But anybody on here now, check out my YouTube channel, Sharking with Seaweed. There's a lot of knowledge on there. I started off heavy on sharks in my YouTube channel about 5 years ago, and I've been very non-existent. I got to get back to it, but we have a good 5 years of knowledge on shark fishing there.
I can tell you also too, like if y'all come out here, like Shannon is like a great.
Oh
host.
yeah, I'm a host, man.
He'll take you guys fishing like in like places that you wouldn't even imagine out here because you got to get crafty sometimes.
We'd love that.
But like the uniqueness of fishing in the Florida Keys off Long Key or in 7 Mile Bridge, it's like pretty fucking cool. In the middle of the ocean on a bridge, like, you know, camping out, like fishing. Really cool stuff. You know, obviously
so cool.
Where Chris is fishing out of up north, there's huge hammers and huge tigers, and it's just like it really awesome fishing too. So welcome out here.
Florida's like Jurassic Park when it comes to shark fishing.
Yeah.
So.
I'm more for settling for bull sharks on the bridge now, maybe.
I mean, we went out with.
You can keep those 15-foot hammers from the beach.
They're easy, yeah. They're easy. They're not a lot of work on the back of your arms.
Oh man, I love bridge shark fishing now, man.
I'm not like a diehard shark fisherman. Anytime I've been hooked into a big ass shark, the first thing I think is like, why the hell did I even do this?
Yeah, it's an adrenaline rush for sure. Once you start playing with that species of fish, it's just, dude, it gets in your blood. It just gets in you. And it's just hard to shake. I mean, it will literally, like Renee, it will literally consume your life if you let it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Lukey, how old are your kiddos?
My youngest is 6. My middle is about to be 9 this month. And I got a 15 and a 17-year-old. All boys.
Boys? All boys?
All boys. All boys. Yep.
Shit, you got a gang, baby.
I got 2 kayakers that are just ready to go at all times. Just go, boy. And they're getting of the age now where I could take my 2 older boys right now. Yeah. I can take them and set them right now, and they could fish all weekend by themselves, you know.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
They have the gene, the fishing
gene. They do. Yeah, they definitely. They got the bug. I'll say the bug, you know.
What happened, Shane?
No, I was saying that I think Dante has more seaweed.
His son is like more of a diver, I guess. Yeah. I mean, diving is hardcore too.
So, Ty, where are you from, bro?
I live in Houston, so.
Waiting for someone to say, bitch, I'm from Texas.
Nah, I'm from Texas, man.
I was waiting for someone to say, bitch, I'm from Texas.
Texas born and raised, always.
Well, we still rolling swangers and bangers out here too. Is that what they say?
Yeah. Where whatever that rap song is.
Yeah. That's a Mexican OT.
You know, this
I think it's Big X
knows
plug.
it. I'm old. I don't know it, but I like it.
Well, guys, look. I know this is probably not the first time y'all are going to be on the show talking about this. I know you guys got a lot in the works. You got a lot going on shark fishing. Shannon, you said you're fixing to get back into it. So, you know, I'm glad that we could, I'm glad that this podcast, like you said, it makes you want to get back out and be a part of a community. You know, you kind of get disconnected with your people sometimes, and it's good to connect back with your roots and your people. But we appreciate y'all coming on tonight. I think what y'all did is a great thing for our sport in general. It showcases the essence of it, like you said. Y'all did a great job doing that. And I think it's after this show and after it gets rolling around in Texas, I think you're definitely going to see a uptake in the views on that thing for sure. So
we appreciate you guys, man. It's all love. Man. That Florida Texas beef is maybe with some of these jitterbugs, but not with
us, no. Not with us, man. Not at all.
No,
Lukey, Lukey, your support means the world, man. The way that we talked about the movie today, that what you told me, like after you saw the movie, I mean, dude, it revitalized like my interest in my own movie. I haven't seen it in like a year. So I watched the whole film today because of your reaction to it.
Dang.
And I hope that everyone, man, let me know what you think about it. Even if you didn't like it, if you like it, whatever. Write a review on it. Show it on your social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. The more we can get it out, the better it is for, the sport and for the film itself and, the whole community. So we appreciate it, man. Everyone who watches it, and leave a positive review and rating, man. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Ty, got anything to add?
Nah, I just, we have a lot of cool events down here. Y'all need to come on. Y'all are always invited. We got several houses that y'all can stay in, or we can just chill on the beach. Either way. But yeah, we have tons of houses. We got tons of guys that would open up their homes to y'all. So y'all come on with it. Same thing with Chris. I saw Chris down there. He's waiting on a phone call, but he doesn't need one. He just needs to call us.
I want to go over there and bring some like Miami shit over there.
Bring it on.
Come on with it. Let's go.
Bring it on.
Like just while everybody's drone fishing, be like, nah, I'm going 1,000 yards.
Hey, dude, we got some OG so on pins. All the guys that fish on pins, it's kayaking.
Oh,
only.
I love those guys. Those are my guys.
Yeah, that's kayaking only. So they disappear down there for a whole weekend.
The Bob Hall Piers. There's still some big sharks there.
Oh yeah, there's been one, I think a 114-footer caught close to Bob Hall this year, and then a couple of tigers.
That's once in a lifetime.
Guys,
People throw 15 feet on too easily.
Look, we have one of our sponsors, Heavenly Creation. She makes the tumbler cups and stuff, Kayla.
Yeah.
So she just messaged me. She said she's gonna send you guys 2 Texas Shark Radio tumblers for a gift for you guys.
Let's go, baby.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy.
We'll get Rob. I'll get y'all
she's
shipping information and we'll give it to her. She'll ship them straight to y'all.
Right on,
and
guys.
she just made some new ones. They're actually really, really sick. She made them today. They're sick. They look good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Right on, guys. Hey, it's all love, baby. Florida and Texas.
Amen. Hey, thank you guys for coming on.
Come on whenever. All right, guys.
All right. Hell yeah, for sure. You got an open invite here. You want to come on, you just let us know. Y'all can come on anytime, man.
I am. When Miami plays any Texas team in college football, I will be there, baby.
Okay. We'll make a date of that for sure.
Sounds good to me.
Texas.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for coming on.
Much love, man. Love you guys.
Much love.
Later,
we'll
bro.
talk soon, Rob. All right, buddy. Thank y'all.
Awesome guys. Awesome documentary.
Awesome guys.
Y'all make sure. Let's go. Tell them let's go south.
Yeah, for sure. We need to get it set up. If they want to come over here, guys, we need to get a trail set up for them. Let them experience all of Texas. Maybe a week's worth of shark fishing and meeting up with different people and just bam, bam, bam down the coast and just fish from Louisiana line all the way to Mexico.
All right. Let's see how messed up.
All right. So remember, we're doing a giveaway. Texas Surf Masters. Mike has been in the background keeping up with names. Remember, comment to be entered and be here to claim it. And I think we're getting ready to do that now. So if y'all want to, I know y'all got some chatting going on over there, but if y'all want to just hang out for a couple minutes, let us get this giveaway going. I'm going to bring Mike on for a second.
For what?
Well, I don't know. It's easier to talk to him like that.
Mike can come on, but
Mike said he's got 80 entries and we show 72 click-ons.
Well, he put 2 people. He's put double names in here again, so I got to go through here and delete double names. You can bring him on. Bring him on so I can talk crap to his face.
We show 80 names, but I show over 800 people watching on Facebook altogether.
Mike knows I love him. Mike, what are you doing? Get off of my page, Mike.
Mike. Let's bring it. You want to bring him on?
Bring him on.
All right, let's get this worked out. What's up, Mike?
Man, that was a great show. Great.
Yeah, great for sure. Them guys are awesome. Rob did great work on that documentary. His work is You can tell he has a passion for it too. Could nobody, like he said, could nobody make a documentary like that unless you got passion for it?
Oh man, yeah.
You know,
Carlos posted up a couple weeks ago. Me and Kathy jumped on and watched it that night. Man, it was awesome. Really enjoyed it, and it brings like a fire in you that you want to go back out there and do some more shark fishing, and hopefully you catch like they did. But man, back in those days, they didn't have rules though. They did what they want when they want. You know.
Yeah.
Right now, it's a lot different. Now
They
it's
had
totally
that
different.
free spirit. What's up, Will?
So I got 71 entries in here, and we got 70 people watching. So we're rocking and rolling. I was gonna ask Dion how the water was down there.
Joey, I don't know what happened to my drone. She decided she wanted to be a mermaid, I guess. Not real sure. Identifies as something different.
All right. So before we do the giveaway, I just want to talk about biggest and baddest. We've got biggest and baddest tournament. Captain Davey Wright and Anthony Scott putting it on for us this upcoming weekend. Friday at 5 a.m. it starts. 6 a.m. 6 a.m., David? Wet and warm. Wet and warm. I was going to ask about the temperature down there because it's hot up here. The water's hot.
Oh, it's super hot up here. Jesus Christ. Woo! Cooking hot.
So
thank you, Lou.
What we got going on? All right, we have 71 names, 70 people watching, so 6. So 6 o'clock. Davey, the two are Galveston Bait and Tackle is the Upper Coast area to sign in. You can sign in Upper Coast, Galveston Bait and Tackle, and then Davey,
help
me out here. Help me out here.
Hang on.
Mike, you know what it's called.
Texas Bait and Tackle. It's over there off the causeway off of the 61.
So I didn't want to
as you turn off right there, it'd be right down there to your right. You go down there, you turn in Texas Bait and Tackle. You go in, you sign up for the tournament, and you can fish anywhere in Texas.
I'll be at Texas Bait and Tackle
now,
Thursday night.
I will say this. If you sign in Galveston and you have a winning fish, you still got to go down south to turn your fish in. So Galveston is only a registration point. Am I right about that? I'm right about that, Randall.
Carlos will be at Galveston Bait and Tackle taking registration. So we're gonna rock and roll.
What's up, Jake?
Oh, big shout out to everybody that played in that rod raffle too. We got that rod raffle closed today. Shout out to Houston Fish and Waffles for getting that done for us. Thank you to the guys who played. Shuffle, 1 minute spin, blah, 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 all that.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Right here. It's the 1 minute
Giveaway.
spin, ticking sound, blah, blah, blah.
Giveaway is from Texas Surf Masters. It is the package with the D-hooker and flags and all that stuff in it. So.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, there's Captain Davey Wright's phone number. Right there. Make sure to call him. Prank call him.
Yeah, y'all prank call him tonight.
Yeah, prank call him.
Your car warranty's up, Davey.
Yep. Need to be
all right.
checking at 2 p.m. Sunday.
Everybody
right,
in?
Yeah.
Got everybody?
Wait. Do we want to show what we're giving again?
Well, sure. I kind of was talking about there, but yeah, Texas Surf Masters, Carlos and Aaron over there have donated this package. Now, I know we give a lot of their stuff away, but everything you see in here is available to buy through them. And most of this stuff is custom, small, non-big box store stuff. It's stuff you can't get nowhere else.
Ty, are you in here?
All right. I got it on the big screen.
Dang it, Daniel.
Daniel just jumped on.
He's been watching from the backstage.
For the background?
I'm not out there. AJ Clark.
Y'all don't forget about the beatdown coming up, too.
Hey, look. If y'all are on here, it's because y'all didn't comment earlier. Mike was watching the whole time. So
yeah, make sure you guys comment so I can add your name to the list.
Am I in AGR? No. Oh, we have 68. Talk about Tower Takeover. We can talk about that next weekend.
Yeah, we'll cover that next weekend. It's set. Same spot as last year, but we'll cover that next week. I'll be sure to have a flyer ready.
All right, here we go, everybody. So 60 seconds,
Shuffle.
full minute, blah, blah, blah. We shuffling. We're going to shuffle 20 times, and we're going to rock and roll. If you are not here, you have 5 seconds.
Yeah,
we'll do 10 seconds. I'm going to count down 10 seconds.
It's actually
and if you
5.
don't comment, then, oh, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. And here we go.
As usual. Yeah, Tyson your weight is 130.
What?
Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, man.
I'm not sure.
Oh, is it going to stay?
This should be Shane.
Oh, so
Shane.
close.
Or no, wait. It's going to be Davey, right?
All right, Davey.
Right. It's right.
You should be here to claim it.
All Davey, right. You here?
He's there. Let's see. 5 seconds.
He was just here.
He was here. I know he's here.
Oh, well, there's Monique.
Monique's there.
David.
Davey, come on. I need
come
you
on,
to
Dave.
comment.
Come on, Dave. Claim it.
He was just on.
Tell Monique to call. Call him.
There he is here. All right.
There he goes.
Congratulations, Davey. You already know who to reach out to get your winnings.
All right. He's here. There's his comment right there.
That he's driving.
All right. Oh, he's driving?
X.
He was here. We were just talking this whole time.
So reach out to Carlos, Aaron over at Texas Surfmasters, Davey, and they will get you your stuff drop shipped to you.
I'm sure they can drop it off to him.
Oh, probably. They're going to be
this weekend.
Yeah. Sure, I'm pretty sure you can get your stuff pretty easily.
This coming weekend.
Congratulations on that. Well, great show, guys.
Yeah. Here's the ones that we're going to be sending guys for the show.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Man, those are nice. We're going to have some of those at the beatdown for sale too, right?
Yep, and some of these will be given away also. They're going to be in a goodie bag. So,
all right.
Danny and Rob, they're going to be getting one of these cups right here, which is pretty cool. They're pretty sweet, guys.
They are sweet.
All right, that's it, man, I guess, huh? Great show.
That's it. Thanks for your help, Mike.
Hey, no problem, guys. That's what I'm here for.
Right, oh, yeah. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I know we run over a little bit past time, but it's a pretty big show. I seen some of y'all had some conversation going over there in the chat. We love that. We love that you guys get together on here and talk about different things. I've seen y'all talking about weights and sandbars and cutoffs. That's great. That is exactly what that chat's for. Feel free to talk about all of that. I love to see y'all doing that and interacting with each other in a positive way. And as always, we're Texas Shark Radio.
Hold on, wait. There's a question I'm going to answer first. How to buy the flags online. Joe, you can get the flags at Hooked on Tackle, Galveston Bait and Tackle. There's several places that sell them.
I think they're anywhere Texas Surfmaster stuff is at if they have them in stock.
So you just need to get with one of those bait stores. I know Hooked on Tackle ships and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we just want to say thank you again, South Beach Shark Club, for coming on.
For sure.
Y'all go watch their show or the documentary.
Please do.
Support them. It supports shark fishermen and us. Just right there. There you go. William Yushin from Hooked on Tackle can take care of it.
You got him.
What's going on here? Okay. The guy in the background's messaging.
All right.
All right, that's it. I am Ty Smith, your Texas Shark Radio host.
I'm Lukey Smith, your other host. And as always, we're Texas Shark Radio. Thank y'all for joining in. We'll see y'all next week.